Messy room, scattered clothes, and not an inch of furniture visible. The couple was preparing for the upcoming trip to Paris, whereas Jungkook was as organized as he could be. His wife didn't leave a single corner of room uncovered. Her clothes, accessories, and makeup filled the place, even Jungkook's, because she didn't want to be the only one to look messy. So he grabbed his already packed suitcase, which he spent an hour on, and threw the things all over the room. Now, he was standing against the wall, his arms folded over his bulk chest and feet crossed, his eyes on his wife, who was struggling with her stuff. It was Paris after all. They were going on a trip too, and she wanted to make it most memorable, also fashionable. Wine, this will look nice on me, huh? Nobody has ever seen this kind of fashion sense, I bet, she said with sass filling her voice. Jungkook raised a brow, eyeing that hat Wine was holding. Jungkook, well, the Eiffel Tower has seen a lot, but I'm not sure it's ready for this level of style. He grinned and teased as Wine glared at him and tossed the hat into the suitcase. Wine, next time I'll throw your suitcase out. Jungkook, lady, what have I ever done to you? Wine, you exist. She teased back, but with a serious face. Jungkook's arms dropped to his sides as he walked over to her. His arm wrapped around her waist as he pulled her back, so her back pressed against his chest. His face nuzzled in her neck, breathing in her scent. She stopped where she was. He knew his insane effect on her. It sent shivers down her spine, no matter how, how many times they had been in an intimate moment. He still managed to steal her breath, like it was his first time being near her. Jungkook, I exist, and you love that, he whispered in his ever so raspy and husky voice. He held her hand, bringing it up to his lips, and kissed her fingertips. It was just kisses on a hand. That's it. But the way he kissed them, in a way it was so sensual, almost a lick, before he proceeded to kiss her jaw in the same way, and pulled back satisfied of the effect he had on her. He started to pick his things up, to pack them once again. While he helped his wife clean up the mess, he helped her choose her stuff as well. It was beautiful how he had to put a little effort in selecting things for her. His choice was surely amazing. She relied on it a lot. Everything he chose, every outfit he set on the bed with matching accessories, she loved it right there. It was also very surprising to her how organized he was. The way he set the dresses and the shoes and the accessories related to them in a line was exactly what expected of him. Wine could never, not when she was as messy as organized he was. After they were done, they had a cup of coffee, that too specially made by Jungkook. And later on, the two slept in each other's embrace, while excitement made it real hard for her to sleep. The day of departure arrived, and Jungkook and Ryan made their way to the airport, anticipation bubbling like champagne. A sleek black car pulled up to the curb, and they exchanged excited glances before stepping inside. As they approached the private jet, Wine couldn't hide her surprise. Wine, you didn't tell me this, she asked with wide, excited eyes. He grinned, opening the door to reveal the luxurious interior. Jungkook, our chariot to Paris. Welcome aboard. He was different with her, and that was when he never cared about the word. He was different with her, and he accepted it with pride. The flight attendants greeted them with warm smiles, and the couple settled into plush seats. Plush velvet curtains framed the windows, and a state of the art entertainment system adorned the walls, promising an era of movies, music, and even a selection of classic French films for their journey. As Jungkook and Hwan settled into their seats, they discovered that each seat was equipped with a personal touchpad to control the ambient lighting, temperature, and even the scent of a cabin. A discreet bar stocked with a top shelf champagne and a variety of snacks gleamed in the corner. Wine wandered toward the back, discovering a spacious, lavishly appointed restroom with gold accents and a shower. She couldn't help but laugh. Wine, I think this bathroom is bigger than our penthouse. Jungkook grinned. She finally settled into her seat. The hum of the engines and the soft background music created such a romantic environment. As the plane took off, it didn't take her long before removing her shoes and pulling her legs up. Jungkook really knew her well. He knew all that fashion she was doing, such a hard work for, was going to dump before even getting used. Vine was a person who always preferred comfort. She didn't care about the kind of expensive events she would attend. If she was tired, she was tired. She would remove her heels and drop her ever so fake aura, which demanded them to act stoic. Jungkook somehow loved this behavior of her. It also told him how much she trusted him, enough to be careless around him, because she knew, no matter what, he will protect her. A few more minutes into it, and her accessories were gone too. Her eyes closed, head resting on his arm, and he wondered if she was even awake. Paris was exactly as she imagined it to be: cobblestone streets, air filled with the sweet melody of street musicians, and this aroma of freshly baked pastries. They strolled hand in hand, absorbing the artistic charm of the district. Jungkook did his work as a guide, being here a few times before. He took her to every place that was on her wish list, even those she never heard of. In the midst of their trip, they did what every person visiting there must: got a sketch of themselves made by an artist on the street. Later on, as they stopped to eat in a fancy restaurant, Wine was in a mood of some adventure and ended up ordering a dish she had no idea about. It was different. The country, the taste, everything about it was different, especially the dish, which was What made them laugh so much? As soon as she took a bite, one munch, and she didn't have the courage to even swallow it. Jungkook laughed so much, while he made sure it didn't offend the chef or the hotel. All those faces she made, all those tries to eat it somehow, so the chef wouldn't be offended. But damn, she couldn't. She needed her country food. This was simply crazy. As they entered the suite Jungkook booked for them at night, the two took a breath of relief. It was such a beautiful, yet tiring day, like all those other days, where they made beautiful memories. Jungkook ran his fingers through his hair, a satisfied smile playing on his lips. Jungkook, nothing about this country excited me as much as they do with your company. Vine's eyes sparkled as she settled down on his lap. Vine, and the best is yet to come. Jungkook arched an eyebrow. Jungkook, what do you mean? She bit her lip, a mischievous glint in her eyes. Vine, I have a surprise for you, Jungkook. Vine took a deep breath, her hand gently resting on her stomach. Vine, well, it's not from Paris, but it's something that will make our adventure even more special. Jungkook looked puzzled, then his eyes widened in realization. Jungkook, wait, are you saying? A radiant smile spread across Vine's face. Vine, yes, Jungkook, we're going to have a little adventure. We'll make you forget all the troubles I put you in. For a moment, Jungkook was speechless. His eyes filled with a mixture of surprise and sheer joy. Jungkook, are you serious? You're pregnant? She nodded, tears of happiness welling in her eyes. Jungkook pulled her in a tight embrace, his excitement matching hers. Jungkook, this is the best surprise, Vine. Our own little miracle. I can't wait to meet them. He stood up with her in his arms. In a way, her feet were not touching the ground anymore. She had imagined a lot of reactions from her, but this was the far best. She laughed happily and he kissed her as he easily managed her weight like it was nothing. She kissed him back and brushed fingers through his hair. Jungkook, now I'm going to buy a million things for the baby before we return. She giggled and pinched his nose. All that dominant and bulky man he might show himself to be, but he was such a cutie at this moment, and her heart melted at the sight. She wondered how he would be when he holds his baby in his arms and play with the baby. It gave her all the very butterflies in her stomach. Jungkook, I love you, Vine. This is so beautiful. Thank you. I love you so much.